on. Like, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
It's very wild, dude.
It's
very wild that they just keep printing money, jacking up the inflation, printing money.
I love that one because mixed into the printing money thing, which obviously have money printers. What's really funny about that is somehow people believe that money is like doesn't go just right hot off the press to like people in the building. Like, or that it doesn't, like some of that money gets shifted around and like, you know, or some of it is printed. And I know, I'm sure there's like, no, there's securities in place. We have securities in place. It's numbered. We've got, but come on.
Right.
If you have a money printer in America, are you fucking kidding me? If you're the main printer of money in America, like you're the one who like presses enter on the computer to print out $2 trillion. Wow. You're like, that's like living next to the sun. You're just...
Imagine being that person. What does money even mean to you?
Nothing.
It must be so weird that
weird.
These pieces of paper are everything that people are struggling for.
And you know the smell of it. You come to work, you come home, and you smell like money. You smell like the ink they use for money. You have to pour ink into. I mean, like, what's the ink come from?
Where's the ink?
And who puts it in? And what is like the ink the pre-money ink look like?
Not only that, they have to do it in a very complex way so it can't be easily duplicated. I mean, just think about how silly it is that paper money, like it's kind of paper. You can't duplicate. Like no one can duplicate that. Like you have to make it so complex that it can't be counterfeit
and change it up.
Yeah. But they have like little things in them, like you look at it a certain way with like.
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, it's gotten increasingly like, you know, you talk about the, I love it, the evolutionary race. Like every time like a gazelle has to get a little bit faster. And then if it's getting faster, the predator has to increase its speed. And so there's this like evolutionary pressure to like keep things going faster. Same with counterfeit, right? It's got to be like, so they're like, okay, we solved the problem. We put a like triple hologram underneath that would require 700 micro sheets of paper to duplicate. Somebody's looking at that and being like, how much money would it cost to duplicate that? And they're like, oh, probably $1 million. And they're like, great, we'll pay for it with the money we print. We'll take the loan, print the money, and pay for it. And then they're like, fuck, they figured out our duplication technique. And then... Our hologram technique, and then they're like, fuck, we got to put something else in there. And then it's just a never-ending, I imagine, like...
How long before we're a cashless society?
Hopefully forever, dude. I hope forever. I hope we like, it is so scary to imagine the, like, losing the privacy, losing it all completely because every transaction is in the public eye or observable. That's really scary, man. I mean, it's like I don't even do anything interesting with my money, like except like tip on the road. Like, you know, I use my card, and I know the argument is that's traceable. I realize that, but it's scary because there's an option. If you want to just like blow some cash on something, you can. You could just like no one will know. It's whatever it is.
Right.
Not that I would ever use cash for anything other than legal purposes. It's just like you know what I mean? Like one
day in the future, everything will be traceable.